Good morning to all the young people and all of you who are young at heart. When I was in my 20s, I worked as a camp counselor. And one of the camps I worked at, we would go out hiking in the Appalachian Mountains out east on a long trail called the AT. We had 2 counselors and 12 kids, and we would wear packs like these all day for a week as we'd hike up the mountain. Now, it would be so long between when we'd refill for supplies, we had to carry everything we needed in these packs. We'd only just have a couple pairs of clothes, but we'd have our sleeping bags and tarps. We'd have to carry our food and big jugs of water, any gear we needed, and even frying pans, because we'd stay outside in whatever weather, and we would hike and cook and eat and sleep right outside. As we hiked, one counselor would be at the front of the line with the 12 campers following behind, and last would be another counselor who would bring up the rear to make sure that no one got left behind. Now, sometimes as we were hiking, there would be one camper that would often be at the back of the line. Maybe they were newer to hiking, or maybe they were feeling sick or injured or tired that day. Maybe they just didn't have the strength and stamina of some of the other campers, and so they often fell behind. If they were having a really hard day, we would take some of the weight off of their pack, take the frying pans and the extra water jugs, and we'd spread them out among the other campers and counselors to help make their pack a little lighter so they'd have an easier time hiking on their way. When we finally reached the mountain peak, it felt so good to finally be able to take off our packs and set them down. These packs could be like 30, 50, even 70 pounds with all their gear. And carrying, that's I think bigger than a lot of you are. And carrying around something like this all day could really make your shoulders hurt and your hips where you carried a lot of the load. So it would feel so refreshing to finally set that pack down at the end of the day. In our Bible story today, we hear Jesus say, "Come to me, those of you who are struggling and carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest." Now, I don't think he was just talking about campers like I was talking about who were carrying heavy backpacks, although we really did help one another, like that camper I mentioned who had too much in their pack, when we helped to be loving and caring by sharing their load. Sometimes when people say they're carrying a heavy load, they can be talking about the way our emotions can actually feel really heavy sometimes. Have you ever felt so sad or lonely, angry or worried that you actually kind of felt it in your body? Maybe your shoulders felt a little stiff, or you just felt tired and wanted to stay in bed all day. Maybe your chest felt really tight or your tummy hurt. You know, when we have feelings like that, sometimes we can really feel them in our bodies. God says, "I'll give you rest." That might mean just taking a moment to catch your breath, to say a prayer, to get a hug from a loved one. It could also mean that God's love is working in all the people who are around us. And others can help us when we're feeling so tired or sad, help us to lift the load when we're feeling sick, maybe bringing us a meal or sitting with us and asking us what we might need. Maybe if there's someone who's been told a mean name for one too many times and can't bear it anymore, maybe we can help carry that load by standing up and telling somebody to stop so that they don't have to tell them again and again and again. We can help each other carry loads. And when we're feeling strong and well rested, it's our turn to help carry the load. It's our turn to pick up. For folks that are experiencing injustice again and again, if you're not feeling that in your daily life, it's your time to go and help pick up that heavy load and carry it together so that we can each reach the top of that mountain all together. Let's share a prayer together. Dear God, our strength, thank you for being there for us in hard situations when we're feeling heavy emotions. Help us when we're feeling strong to use your love to help one another and stand up to create change for those experiencing injustice time and again and carrying more than their fair share of a heavy load. Amen. And as we share each week, peace be with you.